What's up, everyone? I'm CL Connolly. Did I spook you, honey? She was sitting over here talking to my belly button and like putting her tongue down in It's not even that deep. Ooh, it's all wet though now. So anyway, I didn't have a video out Monday because I'm still weird about filming in front of my husband and he'd been home for a few days. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, so within the next couple of weeks, I will be decorating my new coffee bar out here because that should be delivered. And then in my office, this little one is going to be getting her own little room so that she will have a place to play that will be safe for her while I'm in there working. And I can't keep my eyeballs visually on her. So she can't get into anything like that. It'll be set up. It's going to have a little rug and everything. Technically, they're little carpet tiles that I'm going to put together so it'll fit inside there. And then she keeps trying to touch the deer head. So if you see her jump, that's what she's doing. She's going up there to touch the deer head. Anyway, and we have covers over the light switches because she kept coming over here, sneaky link, and just turning off the light switches. Can you please stop biting? Chewing those? Thank you, sweet pea. But I got like the little carpet tiles so you can put them together and make like your own little size of carpet. And there will be more. That's mommy's hanky. There will be more carpet tiles and there will be space initially because so the room itself, I'm going to start calling it her room. It's not a cage. I mean, it is, but it's her room. So initially we can put it together any way that we want. So I can make it wider or taller, either way. So that's how that's going to work out. And I'm going to make it to where it's not as small as it can be initially, but it's going to grow with her, if that makes sense. So I'm going to make sure that it is like not too big to overwhelm her, but not too small to cause her to get, freaked out. But I do want to talk about Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving was awesome. This little one here, though, we had her leashed up, and she messed up my hair. We had her leashed up so that she would stay with me because she was getting, of course, with everybody being here. And we wanted to do it here because this is a safe place for her. So because our house is a safe place for her, she knows this place. So family came over and so we were here. But I did have her leashed just in case because sometimes she wants to climb down and run around, right? And I wanted to make sure that she stayed close to me. And she did. She basically would climb down and run around on the floor. And then at one point, she acted like she wanted to go play on her toys and stuff because we have a cat tree that she climbs on. And so I unhooked her from the leash so she could go play. The problem was, though, is that she would get down and get at least like 3 feet from me. And then she would just start screaming because she was too far away from me. And she was freaked out that she was too far away from me. And she was not happy. And she started screaming because she was like, come over here and get me. So I had to go get her. She was on the floor. She ran over there, but she would not come back. But yeah, I mean, it was funny because everybody really liked her and nobody messed with her. They just basically said hi to her and they talked to her and that was it. And she wouldn't go see anybody anyway. She stayed with me almost the entire day. Sometimes she went to see my husband and things, but mostly she stayed with me because I am her safe place. But anyway, so yeah, that was Thanksgiving. It was, I want to say uneventful, other than the fact that my husband gave out all of our leftovers. Gave them to everybody. And I was like, dude, we purposely made most of that stuff gluten-free for me so I'd have something to eat. But there's no leftovers. So anyway, fine. We'll have to remake it. Yeah, that's what I said. Remake it. Except for the turkey. I don't really care about the turkey and stuff like that. I just want what my husband calls crack potatoes. Not really sure. It's got a bunch of stuff in it, but it's delicious. I really don't care for the broccoli cheese casserole thing that he makes. I always think it's really gross. But he does make it with different types of cheeses than what he grew up on, because I've seen what it looked like when he grew up on it. And because of how my parents eat and how I've basically always eaten, I will not eat anything if you can see the grease has separated from the rest of it. I think that's disgusting. So like any types of meats or anything like that, if you're like spooning out meat and you can see like that layer of grease on top, I will not eat it. And this broccoli cheese casserole that before my husband started making it always had this layer of grease sitting on top, so I would never eat it. So he makes it a different way because he thinks that I will try it. Well, the problem is, yes, I will try it. It's literally the only thing I don't like because I don't like cheese on my broccoli. That's just how it is. I want cheese or I want broccoli, but I don't want both together. That's just how I see it. So it's literally the only thing I won't eat. And I always get some every year and I try it. I don't like it, but he always tries to make it a different way every time he makes it because he really wants me to like it. It's one of his favorite dishes. Okay, great. I love Brussels sprouts. He refuses to eat them. I will never make him eat them, ever. And I have made them several different ways for me. By the way, she also loves Brussels sprouts, so that's awesome. I love the fact that she'll eat Brussels sprouts. But I love Brussels sprouts. He won't eat them. He said as a child, he was forced to eat them and he would swallow them whole until it made him vomit. I will never make him eat that, ever. And when I was pregnant with my son, fruity cereals made me throw up. So every time I think of a fruity cereal or smell a fruity cereal, that smell makes me think of vomit. So my son is 25 and I still think of vomit when I think of fruity cereals. So I get it. I understand. I would never make him eat Brussels sprouts. I've asked him if he wants to try some. He always says no. I say no problem. But I did the same thing with my son. He always had to try something. If he didn't like it, fine. You never have to eat it again. I will never ask him to, I would never force him to eat anything. And it was never this, you have to eat everything on your plate before you get up from the table. I never did that to my son, specifically because I don't think that's right. I think that promotes overeating and basically an aversion to food. So anyway, so my husband understands that I will not eat this broccoli cheese casserole thing. He likes it. Fine, whatever. Okay. No, you cannot have that. That is not for you. I'm sorry. It's not for you. You cannot have that. And you got the hiccups. Hi, pretty girl. I love you so much. Oh, hi, sweet pea. Thank you for the smooches. I love that. But anyway, so within the next 2 weeks, my husband got me my own little countertop type cabinet thing that you cannot have that. That is not for you. I'm sorry. So I can put it on the edge of the counter in the kitchen. I can have my own little coffee bar type thing because when he comes home, I've asked him to get like something for him to put his bag on because he takes this big old bag to work back and forth and he comes and he puts it on the kitchen counter. My coffee maker is on the counter. Ooh, you can see a bunch of dog hair everywhere. My coffee maker is on the kitchen counter right where he wants to put his bag. So the problem ends up being where he comes home, he sets his bag down, he puts the mail down right in front of my coffee maker. And now I have to deal with the mail. And if I move it over where he puts his bag, then he just moves it back in front of my coffee maker. And then it just turns into this back and forth thing. I go through the mail, I get rid of it, whatever needs to be gotten rid of, and that's it, right? But the problem is though, is that if he's here, like over the weekends and stuff like that, his bag and everything else is just in the way of my coffee maker. And I have noticed if I don't get my coffee in the morning, I'm either rude, irritated, or my brain does not function, right? I need my coffee. I have to have it. I stick to a specific regime in the morning. There's a complete routine that I have in the morning. I get up, I take the dogs out, I change her diaper, I feed the dogs, I feed her, I get my coffee. While I'm getting my coffee, I get the dogs water, or while my coffee's brewing, I get the dogs water. And then I get myself my meds, and then my coffee's done by then. That is my entire routine in the morning. Once I have my first few sips of my coffee, then I can figure out what daily chores I have. Monday is the kitchen. Tuesday is laundry. Wednesday is the bathrooms. Thursday is my bedroom and the bed sheets. Friday is my office, right? And that's just how it works. That's how it always works. I cannot think about what bills I have to pay, what any other little things I have to do until my coffee is done. Like, I can pay for my electric bill on the app. Last night I was going to do it, but they changed it. So now they need that stupid little 3-digit code on the back of my card rather than just having the card on file. Now they want that 3-digit code every time. It's like, dude, I'm paying a bill. Who cares what the friggin' 3-digit code is, right? I don't know, whatever. So last night when I went to go do it, I was like, well, I don't have my wallet here with me. Well, this morning, once I got my first few sips of coffee, I was like, let me grab my wallet. I just remembered I still need to pay the electric bill. It's due on the 5th. Let me do that. So I did. You have the hiccups, honey pie. I can hear it. And I remembered to do that right after I had the first few sips of my coffee. Did I remember that beforehand? No. Have I thought about it? Absolutely not. But I have to have my coffee. So I was like, you know what? I'm tired of everything getting piled up. And not only that, but my coffee maker was not there originally when we first moved into the house. So everything was fine before. But because we have shuffled around, reorganized the kitchen, there's a lot of more stuff I want to do to reorganize the kitchen. And I want him to stop putting his bag in the kitchen. But that comes later. So because of that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get my own coffee bar. I'm going to have my own cabinet, put all my own stuff in it. It's going to be all the coffee right here in my own little area. So I'm going to get that all set up. And a month, maybe 6 weeks ago, I had put the one little cabinet thing that I had, I'd put it in the cart on Amazon. And I said, this is what I want, right? Well, my husband, I guess work has been having an issue. His work has been having an issue with the way people order, with the way the managers have been ordering stuff off of Amazon with their company cards or through the Amazon company account or something like that. So they shut off the company account on Amazon. So now my husband couldn't log into it because there was an issue. Hey, no, ma'am, you can't get on that. No, you can't be on the table. So he can't log into that now and he has to use the company card to do it. So from his account, no, ma'am, you cannot be on that table. Do you want one of these? Come here. I'll give you one. So there's no cashews in there. They're just Cheetos. Yeah. So anyway, so he has to change the credit card on the account. So he has to go back and forth. So he went and put it in the save for later. What, honey? I'm losing my train of thought because of this. Oh, there, you want that one. So anyway, so he put it in the save for later. Well, because I guess with him being home, I kept moving stuff and he was getting irritated because I kept moving things out of the way of my coffee maker. No, ma'am, don't chew on the bag. I kept moving things out of the way of my coffee maker and then I kept piling it on top of his bag. So he decided to put the coffee bar counter that I had back into the cart, but the white one that I wanted that would match our kitchen is no longer available. So it has to be gray. So he tells me that. And I'm not going to go through and look at all of these that I've been looking at for 4 months to decide on which one I really wanted, just to find out that, you know what, just do it. I'll put some of the yellow bee peel and stick wallpaper on it or something. I don't know. I'll do something for it, right? Make it look like a coffee bar. It doesn't matter that it doesn't match the kitchen. It's technically going to be facing outside of the kitchen. Either way, whatever. I will decorate it how I want to decorate it. It's fine. So now I'm getting the gray one instead of the white one. I don't care. It actually matches the DVD shelves that we'll have sitting right next to it. So how about that? Anyway, so now I have a coffee bar that I'll be decorating and her room that I'll be decorating. So I'm actually really excited about that. There are several things though that I had put on the list of items that I wanted to put in her room that I did not get this time because I want to be able to set it up in several different ways. Can you not chew on the bag, please? Yeah, see, you got Cheetos. I don't know why you're trying to chew on the bag. But anyway, so there's several things that I wanted to get her that I'm not going to put in there or, you know, do that initially. Eventually it'll come. So And by the way, these are not actual Cheetos. I just call them that because they look that way. They're literally the little toddler, like, puff bites. Just so everybody's aware. They're the little toddler snacks. And it's all low sugar, and she barely eats any of it anyway. So, anywho, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Everything should come in either by the end of this week or sometime next week. So it'll be 2 weeks that it'll be happening. My coffee bar will end up getting set up first, and then her room, because I know that the walls of her room will be coming in next week. So, but everything for the inside will be coming in this week. Oh, but either way, so I should be able to get started again. We still have to get our Wi-Fi fixed. I don't have time to deal with it during the day. I'm taking care of her. I've got this one over here. Let's see if I can do this without putting my hand in front of the camera. This one right here, she is old and a little incontinent. Luckily, she's not peeing on the couch, but this morning I had to deal with the fact that I took them out. I came back in, went to go change her diaper. When I came back out, she'd already peed on the floor in the house. I get it. I understand. It happens. She's 15, almost 16. So it is going to happen. And there's really nothing I can do about it. She's got issues with her back hips. The vet says it is degenerative bone disease. So her back hips are degenerating. Okay. Apparently I didn't have enough coffee today, but apparently the bones in her hips are deteriorating. That's the word I was looking for. So sometimes she will actually trip over her own feet, or her own legs, I guess you could say. Like her back legs will get like up underneath each other and she'll trip on them, which is really awkward. And then she does like the little bunny hop thing up the stairs, which she's never done before. And she's always looked a little bow-legged. Like as she's gotten older, it seems like her front arms and the way that she stands is always a little weird. Sometimes she'll stand completely straight. And I think that's weird because she's always stood kind of funny. But when she stands completely straight, it's like, oh good, she's doing good right now. She does not like her hands dirty, so that's why she's shaking it off. Sometimes she'll wipe it on me. So anyway, so sometimes her back legs actually stick out a lot further. And I've noticed that there are times where we actually put a rug on the floor to make it easier for her to hop up onto the sofa. So she doesn't slip on the floor. And so that has helped her a lot. And it makes it easier for her to get down too, because if she jumps down on the floor, because we don't have any carpet in the house, if she jumps down on the floor, she'll slip. So that rug helps her get up and helps her get down. But she's not getting any younger. Some days she doesn't want to eat immediately. Eventually she goes to it and eats. But then we've got that one over there. She'll probably get to it first. If Kira doesn't eat it, Layla will. That's just how that works. And we have to keep Layla away from Kira's food because that's just what she does. There's no way you ate all those Cheetos already. Where are there's one. Are they all over the sofa now? Are your Cheetos everywhere? Or did you actually eat those? I'm surprised. There's no more cashews in there. I'm sorry. So anyway, Kira has a problem because she likes to randomly go back and forth from eating her food, leaving a little bit, and then she'll go back to it later. She doesn't gobble it all down at once. She used to, but she doesn't anymore. Now she goes back and forth to it, which is fine. But Layla thinks that if Kira walks away from it, it's free reign and she's going to go eat it. Now, my thought process is Layla's not a young buck either. She is 13, and being 30 pounds and 13 years old, she does not need to be overweight as well, because she has arthritis in her rear hips as well. So she has arthritis back there. And with her having arthritis, her becoming overweight can actually exacerbate her arthritis. So I don't want her to be overweight so she can't eat her own food and then go eat Kira's food, because that's just not helpful at all. Now, both of them understand the command, leave it. So if she gets up and she starts walking that way, if I tell her to leave it, she will. She'll stop and she'll come back into the living room. So that does happen. So it's nice that she does that. But if I leave the room, like to go change her diaper, when I get back, she's already gobbled it all down and come back over to the couch and laid down, and now it's gone. What do I do? We now have an outdoor cat as well. I had a friend who had a stray that had a litter of kittens in her yard. They were trying to find an owner. Nobody claimed the cat, so they went ahead and got rid of the kittens. I took the mama cat after she got spayed and everything else. So now she's spayed. She cannot have any more kittens. She does come inside at night, so she's not out there in the cold. I mean, right now she's outside and I haven't seen her. It looked like it was going to start raining because it looked like there were little drips, and I was looking forward to see if she was going to come inside while it rains, but I don't see her. She was out there. It was so funny. So yesterday the cat was out there and she was, hey, can you not chew on that bag, please? Let me have it. No, let me have it. I know you're about to get mad at me. Let me have it. No, 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 you don't chew on the bag. You chew on the treats. I know. You don't chew on the bag. You chew on the treats. So anyway, she was out there stalking the little bitty birds that hang out in the yard, and she pounced on one of them. So I was like, oh, maybe she caught a bird. So it was kind of exciting. Hopefully it was more of a mouse than a bird, but whatever, because we don't want mice in the house. Either way, it was adorable. I love the fact that, you know, she's over there doing that. And I went ahead and put food out there for her because it was starting to rain, and we do have a covering where the food and the water bowl is. I have a water bowl out there for her as well, so she has water. I put food out there because I was like, I don't know where you are, and I think it's going to start raining. She's probably in the bushes. She likes to hang out in the bushes. We have about half an acre that's not cleared compared to the 3 acres that we have out here. So there's half an acre that's not cleared. So there's like 2.5 acres that we have of living space. But either way, she's out there. She seems to be having a blast. We're excited to have the cat out there. And we named her Minnie because I kept calling her Minnie Mama, because I didn't know what else to call her. She was so underweight when we first got her. She's not so much anymore. She also doesn't gobble down 4 bowls of food every day, which is nice. Now I can feed her in the mornings when I feed the dogs, and in the evenings when I feed the dogs. You know, she eats before she goes out in the morning. She eats when she comes back in at night. So either way, it's great. But yeah, so we got an outdoor cat out there. I called her Minnie, and my friend who actually gave her to me, she goes by Mickey, right? And it was so funny because my son is the one who pointed it out. He's like, haha, Mickey gave you Minnie. And I was like, okay, funny, but it fits, so shut up. So anyway, what is it, baby girl? What is it? What do you need? Hi, honey. You doing okay? Yeah, you're doing okay. But anyway, yeah, so now we have an outdoor cat too. So we got 2 dogs, an outdoor cat, and a monkey. I was talking to my husband. I said, might as well get some goats too while we're at it. But either way, I think the issue with the goats would be more of the coyotes. And that's also the reason why Minnie comes in at night, because we have coyotes. There was one night we were outside with the dogs and we could actually hear the coyotes, and they sounded really, really close. Like literally in the sanctuary behind us, the wildlife sanctuary that we have behind us. It's not a wildlife sanctuary, it's a wildlife preserve. So the wildlife preserve that we have behind us, it sounded like they were in there, the coyotes. So yeah. Anyway, at night when it's dark out, the dogs do end up on leashes. Layla has to stay on a leash anyway because Layla chases the wildlife, and I don't like that. Plus she also eats stuff out of the grass, so we have to keep her from doing that because she's had all kinds of different worms and stuff that we've had to treat her for because she eats the stuff out of the grass. And at this point, she's now chasing Minnie. Oh, you hooked my ear. So she chases Minnie and she'll chase her off, and then it takes us a little while to get her back. So we're putting her on a leash to keep her from doing that because it's not okay. She can't chase Minnie away. I understand she's all black. So is the neighbor's cat. The neighbor's cat who just keeps giving birth to all of the feral cats that we have out here. So I know that's why she keeps chasing her off, because once Minnie is no longer on our little deck outside, Layla thinks she's free reign and she needs to chase her away. So unfortunately, Layla is confined to a leash because she keeps chasing off Minnie. But I do know that when Minnie wants to come inside, she'll go right outside the door and she starts yelling. She's like, hey, let me in. So I know when she wants to come in. At first, she was real quiet about it. And I kept thinking, am I hearing what I think I hear? And now she's like, hey, let me in. So it's nice. Anyway, I'm just rambling now because I feel like, I don't know. I don't really talk much when my husband's family's over, unless they ask me questions. Otherwise, I just kind of stay to myself. But anyway, no, you don't need to chew on the bag. Don't get on that table, please. I know, honey. So, anywho, that's it. That's all I got. Christmas is coming up. I am almost done Christmas shopping. Unfortunately, the only people I have to shop for are my niece and nephews. My nieces and nephews. Those are the only people. There's 4. I don't really know what to get for them because I don't know. I literally have no idea what to buy for children a lot of the times. I'm always confused what to buy for children, especially for teenagers. Okay, what do you get for, okay, I can't say teenagers, college age kids. There's 2 that are college age. Like, what do you get college age kids? I don't know. Like a Amazon gift card? Not Amazon. American Express gift card? A Visa gift card? Don't chew the wall. Hey, don't chew on the wall. So it's like American Express gift card here. I got one of them's in college in Kansas. So there's that. And then the other one is in college here in Houston. Or I say here. I'm not even in Houston. But out there in Houston. So there's that. Another one is 8. And then there is, I think she's 13. Yikes. I don't know. I never know what to get kids, you know. It's different when it's your own kid because you know what your kid's like, right? When it's somebody else's kids, I'm not really too sure about that. Hey, don't chew on the wall, baby. Yeah, I know. She's teething so bad, so she's been chewing the walls around the windows. Say, that's okay, though. Say, that's okay. We just don't want you to do too much damage. Huh? Yeah, because we bought you all these toys. Like, she's got her own TV remote, so she won't chew on ours. So we bought her own TV remote. It doesn't make noise because there's no batteries in it. She doesn't care anyway because she just chews on it. And she has a bunch of these little teether toys. She still wants to chew on the walls. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. Okay, I'm going to go now because I'm just rambling at this point. Blah, 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 whatever. Anywho, like, comment, share, subscribe, or don't. I don't give a shit. Do whatever the fuck you want. Once I get 500 subscribers, I will start posting audio versions of my books. It'll be 1 chapter. Like, I don't know if I'm going to do 1 chapter a week, 1 chapter a month. I don't know how that would work because if I did 1 chapter a month, that would take years before everything would happen. But I can do always 1 chapter a month or 1 chapter a week, which would be nice. Either way, once I get 500 subscribers, 501 subscribers, whatever, I'll start doing that. So anyway, okay, that's it. Okay, bye.